What's your favorite scary movie? Oh, you've seen this before. Well, my name is Tanner, and I'm very happy to be here because I'm a massive fan of this next film. That, yeah, I mean, there's no comparisons in so many ways. It's such a cool film, and still fun to go back to, and then all the sequels, and then the new movies, and it's just been living on forever. And you just seem to just be able to escape Ghostface, and then you get what's that? And then we got some of that too. We won't even talk about that as much. All right, let's bring them out, everybody. Our little Scream reunion here in Niagara Falls. We got Skeet, Ulrich, Jamie, Kennedy, Waddell, Waddell, Jackson.
I was on a red eye, so good night.
We're all gonna take a little nap.
I'm good, Jamie. Jamie, take over.
Yeah, we got this.
There we go. Can I take my shoes off?
Do it.
Roger, will you massage my feet?
That's fine. I don't need a microphone. Who's here? I got a pamphlet.
Dude, take a nap. Alright, good talking to you. This is incredible. This is a showing of Scream 3. Look at you. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hello, I'm me. Are you you? Hello, you. All of you.
I can't top that. I'm only Skeet. How's everybody doing? How many of you live near here? Lots? You have a lot to be proud of. It's beautiful here. Everybody's nice, other than Jamie. Well, that's why he doesn't live here, though. No, thank you all, really, for coming out. It means a lot to us. We do our best over these weekends to express our gratitude for you guys coming out, spending your time with us. A career in the arts is a very weird thing, and it's always precarious, and you never know what each year is going to be. So this does a lot to boost our confidence that we have a career going forward. So thank you.
Well, it's so cool that you guys are all here, and play very different roles in this film, and it's hard to kind of come up with questions that encompass all of you. But there is one question that I've got at I think it's like the hour 22-minute mark where Ghostface is sneaking up on Randy. Now there's a story out there where you asked to wear the costume, so you no longer were in the costume, you're now in the costume to sneak up on him to do it for real. Is that true?
That is true. We shot a lot of nights, and nights get boring sometimes. So, yeah, it was just for fun. I did it once, then Matt decided to do it. I don't know what take they used, probably neither of those.
Probably not. I do know this, though. Randy Destiny has his own mask. Yes. Right, so with all you hardcore collectors out there, and I know you guys are out there because I've already talked to you, that scene that Jamie dies in Randy Destiny, that is a specific mask. You actually saw it, right? You actually met the guy who has that fetish, right?
Yeah, he lives in New Orleans. Who killed me? Was it you or you? Oh no, it was your mother.
Yeah.
Is she here?
No.
So wait, you were lurking behind the couch.
I was not lurking. I had plans.
You're like, I was bored, so let me just creep Jamie out.
That was before I got into character.
Guys, these jokes work better in the United States.
That was pretty good, actually.
And creating the exchange, and creating the icon of Ghostface, it's such an honor to have both parts of this character here. We have the voice and the physical embodiment. Oh yeah, it gets into all three. Yeah, and of course the actual. Yeah, okay, we're all here. We went a level deeper than I thought.
I'm the only victim.
Screw that.
Why did you do it to me, all of you?
I blame my mother.
Now,
I'm already dead, bro. Don't even lump me in.
anyone not seen the movie? This is like spoiler central.
Jamie apparently hasn't.
Now, did you at all work together in creating the, of course, playing different kind of legs of this beast? Did you all work together in creating this character in any way, or did you collaborate at all, or like, what point did you planning how this this character was going to move versus what this character would sound like? Like, when did that kind of come in? Was it collaborative at all, or you kind of just did it all in your own little world and it happened to be this happy little accident because it worked beautifully?
I didn't meet these guys till last year.
Okay.
That's true, actually.
Really?
Yeah. And so, people don't realize that Roger is sequestered on set. Nobody saw it. He was sitting outside under a piece of cardboard watching through the window when he was doing dialogue. It's like, that's about how that went down. Oh, you mean it?
On that first night. Yeah. And never in any of the films have I seen an entire script. So we did not have a chance to work together to plan out, well, will you move like Matt, or will you move like Skeet, and what about their cadence? Nope. It all just came together through the magic of movies.
That's pretty wild, actually, because we didn't meet at all. We didn't, I didn't know what was, because I wasn't in the beginning part with Drew when, all this sort of happened. So when we're doing the kitchen scene and doing the voice recorder, it's pretty interesting that the cadence, they had you loop the cadence, obviously, but it was very similar to what you were naturally doing, which is kind of interesting.
It all just worked out. It was like,
do you think that's maybe the brilliance of Wes and casting in general? Most directors will tell you 80% of filmmaking is casting.
well, you can't say enough about the brilliance of
Wes.
Yes. I wasn't even supposed to be in the movie. I was hired just to do this scene with Drew Barrymore because they were filming in Santa Rosa near where I was living in the San Francisco Bay Area, and they were going to dub it all in post. But on that first night, Wes and Mary Ann, the producer, decided they liked what I was doing, so they said, let's keep him. Let's keep him on, and let's do this thing where we do it live on the set instead of just dubbing it in later.
Yeah, which is brilliant. Usually, most phone conversations you see on film, there's nobody on the other end of the phone, despite technology that we have now, that we didn't even have then, but Wes knew how important it was to the visceral reaction to actually have somebody there. As creative as we can be, it's not the same as actually having someone on the other end of the phone call. So,
well, here's a funny story. We didn't meet, but I saw you. We were filming.
it's creepy.
I'm watching you.
Yeah, really.
The scene where you come in through Sydney's bedroom window,
Yeah.
and there's the wall with the computer on it.
Yeah.
That was a fake wall. Behind that was
Roger
a
Lee.
walk-in closet big enough to rent for an apartment. And beyond that, a big bathroom with a jacuzzi in it. And I was in there on the other side of the wall watching.
In the hot tub? You were like, he was in the hot tub. He was like,
What a great job.
I was watching them on the monitor on the other side of this fake wall, and they didn't know I was there.
Wait, this is new information. So while he was trying to seduce Sydney's Prescott, Ghostface was watching from the hot tub? Yo, that's the first. I just want to add that this movie is completely, it's made up, but it's I would definitely say, probably lightning in the bottle most of any project I've ever done. Right? The fact that it's this big is insane. And the fact that 28 years later, people that watch the movie bring their kids, and the kids are just like the parents. And some of the kids say Scream's my comfort movie, which I gotta talk to the parents. But it's just like this thing that it's like Halloween, you know? I always look at that because I'm in Scream, and so it's hard for me to look, but Halloween is a complete lightning in a bottle, you know? It's incredible, and this is the same. And it's just, you know, we hit magic.
Speaking of this, immersive experience, having you on set must have obviously helped so much as an actor playing off of a live voice. But I also hear that was it scene 118 was a pretty immersive experience for everybody. Was it 21 days of night shoots, and then I heard there were T-shirts made at the end that you survived scene 118. Is that true?
Yeah, I didn't get one of those.
What?
I didn't survive it.
Because it was the party scene at the end, which was I think was a 40-something long minute. Yeah, it was a long scene.
It was a lot. Yeah, we shot that forever. It's a lot of energy to keep up with. For days or nights and nights and nights. And I'll never forget. We stayed in this. You know, we were in Napa Valley, wine country of California, and very touristy area, obviously. And here come all these kids rolling in from night shoot after night shoot, 6 a.m. as the sun's rising into this hotel, covered in blood most of the time, hyped after our day of work, ready to drink, because we were kids. And these tourists sort of rolling out to have their day, seeing these people wander in. Must have been quite an experience for them. But it was that scene took forever.
Do you have a shirt?
I probably could, but I just want to add to that the tourists got to see us with some of the smoke that came out of our rooms. They also got to experience. Oh, you forgot about that? It was Ned. Please don't put that on the internet.
Well, we've got a lot of fans here, so if you have a question, we are now to the fan portion of the panel. So please line up at either of the two microphones, and we're gonna lightning round as many fan questions as we can. So over to you, sir. Go ahead.
Hi, my question is for all of you. Is there anything about your specific characters that wasn't in the script that you added to it to give it your own personal touch?
I think kind of everything in a way. I mean, that's a bit of what our job is. It's kind of a 2D thing until we take over. There's a lot. I mean, specifics. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things. Certainly, hitting Matt with the phone isn't in the script. No. Yeah, that was an accident. Yeah.
Like Nicholas Ray said, it's never all in the script. If it was, there'd be no point in making the movie.
Right. Yeah. It's just a blueprint.
He makes Billy.
Yeah. It's an interesting sort of journey, but yeah, I think everybody's unique voice, comes out in that movie and in most movies.
You didn't apologize for the phone thing, though. I heard last year you finally.
I pretended to apologize.
What did you apologize for?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Oh, 27 years later?
Yeah.
Yeah, you really, I was there, you fucking wailed and never forget that. And Matt was like, crying because he was scared. He goes, you hit me with the fucking phone! It's all real. It was all real. That's why it's brilliant. Should we get you, bro?
Yeah. Go ahead over there on this side.
Good evening, guys. Question is, out of all horror movies that have been made, besides Scream, what is your favorite horror movie?
What is my favorite horror movie?
Horror movie of all time. Besides Scream.
I would say it's Showgirls. Absolutely frightening.
Mine's Forrest Gump. No. Mine is The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
I like horror movies too much. There are so many I enjoy. I don't have a favorite, I have favorites, but I like horror movies that are like Scream, scary but funny too, like The Howling, The Fearless Vampire Killers.
I'm a classics guy. I'm gonna go with Creature, Black Lagoon, original Universal picture.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. And speaking of real moments that were captured on camera, you getting stabbed with an umbrella, the second one, that actually got you, right? That was a real deal.
I mean, it didn't draw blood or anything, but it scared the crap out of me. Yeah, this nearly blind woman comes out of a closet, you know, the mask on, all that stuff, and he starts wailing. It hurt, yeah, it hurt. But, you know, I don't blame her. Like Matt blames me.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. I'm not petty like that.
Has she apologized, or?
I wouldn't ask her to.
Okay,
That's
okay.
what I mean. Like
It's just the Canadian thing.
and it's brilliant. That's the take that's in the film too.
Yeah.
So, you know, the thing about it is, you know, when I hit Matt with the phone, we shoot a bunch of different angles of that. So I have to continue to hit him with the phone. Which is kind of the fun part.
All right, over to you. Go ahead. What is your question?
So not everybody loves sequels, so we know that. But if you had to choose, and this question goes to each one of you, which one would be your favorite Screams? That was
7.
7.
Yeah, gotta go out fast. Going on 7.
I mean, come on, it's kind of painful that you brought this up. You know what I'm saying? What did I do to you? I'm gonna say, like, I'm not a cinephile, but I learned a lot about movies through this process, and honestly, I would argue that Scream 2 is almost as good as the first, but the reason it's not is because it's second. Does that make sense though? Because it continues the logic, the lineage, the characters. It sucks that we didn't have these guys in it, but it's I would say, even though I got killed, it's one of the things, you know, one of the 3 things that people come up to me in Trader Joe's when I find some melon. They're like, you shouldn't be dead. I'm like, I'm right here. So and Kevin said it. He's like, I killed you because it would make an impact. So I'm gonna give it a sequel for me.
Oh, yeah, I go with Lee, number 7, because it means I'm still working.
thank you guys.
Thank you. Okay. Over to you.
Hi, I'm a huge Scream fan.
No way.
I was trying to get into scary movies, and it was one of the first movies I started, and then I watched all of them because it was so good. Did you ever look back at any of the older movies, like Scream 1 that you did, and like, you ever look at yourself and say, dang, like, I look completely different, or like...
Yeah, that's 30 years ago. No, keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Or like just like the writing styles of like movies, or like, do you think like movies have evolved into like?
I'll tell you this. I think I know where you're going, but I have a little bit of an issue with the way movies are made now, in that, you know, I think as artists, our responsibility is to hold a mirror up to society, and we're not allowed to do that anymore. And that's troubling to me, because that is our role in society, and it worries me a bit. But I'm not sure that's 100% what you're asking. I just had to spout that for a minute.
If you're asking if I look at myself and say, damn, I got old. Every day.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, is that anywhere
I kind of freaked out when I got to the microphone.
you can start over. Take 2. Ready to go. No, you're good. All right, take 3. Go. Take 4.
Motivation, you can throw a phone at you.
What's up, crowd? What about it? Feels nice to be here.
Canadians are naturally funny.
I'm well aware.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, buddy. Okay. All right, Ulrich.
My question is for Skeet, because we all know that a lot of us know that you're in Riverdale.
Yeah.
So, like, working with Canadian actor like Luke Perry, like, when you first found out that he had passed, like, what was your first reaction? Like,
I sobbed.
Yeah, because, I mean,
Yeah.
everyone loved him, and how they played it into the actual series was, I thought, was a really well done tribute to Luke.
Yeah, I mean that was a tough time, really tough. I first met him at a Comic-Con, and it was my first one I ever did in Calgary, and I just thought the world of him instantly. And he's one of the sweetest human beings. I got really close to him, and a couple weeks before he passed, he came over to my house. He lived like 5 minutes from me in LA, and he always wore this hat, like Warner Brothers Electrical Department, and he left it on my counter. And then he passed, and his family got in touch with me about having his memorial at my house because, and unbeknownst to me, they said he never really went anywhere, but he loved to come see you. So would it be all right if we have his memorial here? And at that memorial, there were people there that I had never met who had incredible stories about him. This one woman, brought up the fact that her husband had passed years ago, and every Wednesday he showed up at her house to take her trash cans to the street for her. And then he showed up every Thursday to put them back. And that's just the kind of guy he was. He wouldn't tell you that, he wouldn't brag about his things he did for other people, anything, but there were droves of people that had similar stories about him. Incredible, incredible man. So I sobbed when I heard it. It was horrible, horrible. And I think that episode was really touching, and it was a tribute, but it was really painful for us because it had been months after he had passed, and then we had to go relive it again in a way. So it was difficult, but he deserved it. So, But yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
That was your first ever Comic-Con panel in Calgary. That was.
Oh, that's right.
I hosted the panel. I also hosted Luke's panel.
You must have been like 12.
I was 12. Here we are, though. Yeah. I finally got my driver's license. So I drove myself to this one. Okay. Okay. What is your question? Go ahead.
Okay. My question is for Skeet. And when you read your script, did you know that you were going to be the killer, and how did it make you feel?
I did. I read the entirety of it. This was, really before spoilers and the internet and social media and all that. And I was so excited about it that I was doing an interview with Interview Magazine, and they asked me what I had coming up, and I said, I'm going to play this serial killer in this movie. And fortunately, this is like print, so it hit me after the interview. I was like, oh shit. And I called my publicist and I was like, you got blah, 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 blah. And they called instantly and they pulled it out of the interview. But I was that excited, that I spilled the beans. Fortunately, it didn't come out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, back to this side. Go ahead.
Hi, this is a question for all of you. What is the chances of Stu actually being alive? I know Matt Lillard's not here, but it's a good question.
Not at all, if we have anything to do about it.
We really appreciate you guys.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay. Oh, am I being pulled over for speeding? What's...
I don't know about that.
Okay, all right.
Okay, two questions. Just two. First question is, have you guys ever done practical bloopers? On anyone?
Have we ever done bloopers on anyone?
Practical bloopers.
I had a show called the Jamie Cannon Experiment. It was only on for 3 seasons. I guess it didn't play up here. Why don't you ask me if it was ever in a horror movie too, bro?
The other question is, you ever think of all of you going to a wax museum, and then people come up to you, people said you're a wax figure, but then you come to life.
Can I just say the questions in Niagara are very different? Are we all on the same page? Is it the water? Is it the food?
They talk about questions you get all the time at these panels. How many times have you been asked that question at this point? Like hundreds, right?
I've done these for 11 years.
Yeah.
You're the first, bro. Have you ever thought you'd be a wax figure?
I was actually thinking about that the other day.
You get these different questions.
Okay.
I like the originality though. In terms of bloopers though, I've never intentionally done any. Yeah, there was this one movie where I hit the other actor with a phone, and that was kind of a blooper.
Okay, thank you. All right, there are a couple wax museums in town, but I mean, I've seen the TikToks, and it's a little, okay, we won't go there. Okay, we have time for just a couple more questions, so these will be kind of our last 3, so go ahead.
That last question can totally be explained by marijuana being legal in Canada.
It's not peyote.
How did that hear? My question is actually for Randy. So Randy, he died a little too soon, I think. But I wonder if he died too soon, why does his niece and nephew last for absolutely everything?
Did you hear his question? You guys have trouble putting it close to your mouth here. Okay, look. That's sorry, that was a joke, sir. Dude, that's a great question. And I know you're gonna talk about this too. So he said, Randy just kind of died pretty quickly, but my niece and nephew are kind of like Iron Man. They've been stabbed 37 times and they walk out bleeding like, I'm glad everything's all right. Anyway, guys put some donuts. These motherfucking killers. I do feel there's a new level of letting people live. I don't know. I think because the voice of the movie has to be there, and I think they're great at it, and I love that they're in it. So yeah, but I do think it's pretty violent, and they survive. What about you?
No comment.
The girl on the ladder, the last one. Like I watch the movies. I go late and I watch them, and I watch them in the great theater in California. Sorry to keep going the backstory, but I really take it in. And on the ladder, it took a long time for her to die. Am I crazy? It was a pretty intense death. I just felt like this is a new, improved mom. Yes.
And I just want to say also that I'm so happy to hear that. I forgot what you deserve to come to.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. And over to you, sir. Go ahead.
Jimmy, you know, owe me $5 for my son. This right here. This
You owe $5 for a swear jar? Is that? Oh.
I didn't know that about babies. This question's for Roger, though. How did you like doing Mars Attacks and Lord of the Rings game?
I love it. I love working. I like being a working actor. That's how I pay my bills. And it makes me very, very happy. I love working with people whose work I admire. Working for Wes Craven was amazing. Working with Tim Burton, even though I worked for him for about 15 minutes.
Do not run, we are your friends. We come in peace.
Yeah, that was okay. Do it again, faster.
I just love work, and well, okay, I'm sorry. Lord of the Rings was one of them was a vindication for my personal upset. I'm sorry to take up all this time. I auditioned to do Count Dooku in the animated whatever it was with the Star Wars thing where Dooku showed up, and they said they wanted an exact match for Christopher Lee. It's got to be exact, and I do a good Christopher Lee. I have a lot of practice.
Can we hear that?
Your love for the hobbits fogged your thinking. And I didn't get the part. But then, when they did the Lord of the Rings, Shadow of Mordor and so forth, they said, we're looking for a Christopher Lee. And I did it, and I got it. It's a personal vindication. I feel so much happy now. Thank you. Thank you for your question. I'm sorry I went on too long, and the bathroom is that way.
All right, last question. No pressure. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Zach. I'm out there, I vend all fucking weekend, pardon my language, but we get absolutely no time to come see you guys, and you guys have moved into a different room. My wife is smoking hot. Skeet, it would be a dream come true if she could fucking help her up on stage. Could she give you a hug? Is there any
Sure. I'll come back.
Take the picture. Take the picture. Oh.
That's fine, we'll all just sit here. You guys anything for your day? Oh, Jesus God, sir. 2024, you can't kidnap women anymore. Oh my God. This is a personal meet and greet. That's 25 Canadian. Man, is that really your husband? Blink 3 times. My wife's fucking smoking hot up here. What happened?
Thank you.
He's taking her out of here. Keep walking. I love you, dude. I love you, bro. I'm sorry. God bless you.
Well, I'm pretty sure he was like, bro, I will fuck you up in a minute. But it didn't come out. I think that's what he meant.
Who would have thought that that's how this would have ended?
Baby gets $10 more for that swear jar.
Okay, well, on that weird note, I guess that's it.
We wanted to say thank you so much. We're really lucky that you guys come and hang with us, man. We say without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So we love you. Love you. Peace.
Thank you all very much. Enjoy the weekend.
Special thanks to stage security. Come on.